Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. I do welcome and greet Assalamu alaikum to all of my students here.
Yes, sir.
Now, today's our topic is concept of functions in C++. My dear Daud Bhatti,
Yes, sir.
can you watch onto the screen? There is a diagram
Yes, sir.
before you. Can you explain or describe in your own words?
Sir, first of all, we give input to function, then the function will process and give us output.
A function requires input, and then a function process the input and then gives output. Do you get, Mr.
Yes,
Daud
sir.
Bhatti? Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
it is generically we were talking about. If say you can write a function to compute a scale, okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Say you can give an input. You can give a number as an input, okay? The function will compute the scale, and then the function will returns you the scale of the number. Say, for example, if you provide a number 2 to a function,
Yes, sir.
the function name is scale, okay? What will be
Yes,
its
sir.
output?
Yes.
What will be its output?
So 4.
4. Okay, I do tell you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Say not a single data value will be returned. It will give you a number of data values.
Number of
Say
Yes, sir.
it can return your name. It can, a function can give you your name, your address, your email address, and so on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Till now we
Yes.
have discussed about the function generically. A function can give you an output, a single value or multiple values it can give you as an output. My dear, did you get Mr. Daud Bhatti?
Yes, sir. I go.
Now, Mr. Daud Bhatti and all of my students, a program to be broken to do a specific task or job to be done by you or the programmer or the user who do write the program. Okay. For example, you write a program, okay, to do a specific job. Say you write a program to compute the cube of a number. Okay. This is
Yes, sir.
called what? A function. Okay. Say you do write a program and you can call it whenever you need that function. Okay. Say if I do give you an example of it, if I do ask you, what is the square of 2?
Sir, 4.
What is the square of 4?
Sir, 16.
What is the square of 16? Okay, it is,
Sir, 2.
okay. That is what I want to tell you. If you have a program written for you, okay, to compute a square,
Yes.
okay,
Yes, sir.
you call that program again and again whenever you need that one. Just you need to provide the input. See, I
Yes,
have
sir.
asked you to compute the square of 2. You provide this,
Yes, sir.
you call the function, and you provide the input too. Okay. Then I asked you to compute the square of 4. Okay.
Yes,
You need to call the function. Okay. And you provide the input over there. Are you getting my dear?
Yes, sir.
If I do ask you to compute the square of 25, you do call a function over there and provide the input over
Yes,
there.
sir.
Are you getting my dear?
Yes, sir.
It is a reusability. It is the very important and very beautiful characteristics of the object-oriented programming. That reusability means we can use a set of code again and again whenever we need that code.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we just call that code, okay, and that code will be compiled. Okay, my dear, Mr. Daud Bhatti and all of my students. Okay, my dear, the functions are the sub programs that do not execute until they are called. Say, my dear Daud Bhatti, are you there?
Yes. Yes, sir. I'm there.
Mr. Daud Bhatti, if you have written a function over there, will it
Yes,
be
sir.
executed itself without calling it?
No, sir.
Okay, that is great. Okay, we need to write the function, then we need to call the function. Whenever we call the function, the code in the function will be executed. All right, my dear?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. And be with me over there all the way in this lecture there. A program
Okay, sir.
to be written and debugged one small part of at a time. They can be compiled and tested separately. What is meant by this? If you if you go through this statement, you will get understanding of this statement that they can be compiled and tested separately. What is meant by this? You need to go through this sentence. That is, several programmers are there work on the same sub-program or the module that is named as the function. Okay? Say, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Dalbadi, you are there. You are,
Yes, sir.
you are accessing a function over there. Okay, Mr. Dalbadi, say
Yes, sir.
you are a programmer, and Abuzar is
Yes.
a programmer, and Mr. Mr. Aslam is a programmer is there. You are three people who are accessing, you are calling a function named Q. All right. It
Yes,
will
sir.
be compiled and tested separately. Okay, not at
Yes,
the
sir.
same time. Say, Daud Bhatti, you are calling a function. Okay, and Mr. Uh, Ghulam Ali is calling the same function. That will be compiled and tested separately. All right, my
Yes, sir.
dear.
Yes, sir.
Now it's a time to move ahead over there. My dear, functions make a program much easier to be read, tested, and debugged. Okay, my dear. And
Yes, sir.
we have talked about the reusability. Say you have written a program, you have written a function, you can use that function anytime or a number of times. Okay, you need not to write a function or a code a number of times. Okay, are you getting? Okay, you need not to
Yes, sir.
write the function or the code again and again. It
Yes,
is
sir.
reusability. Reusability means if you need a code of a C++ again and again, okay, you do write
Yes, sir.
that code as a function, and then you do call that function, okay, again and again
Yes, sir.
whenever you need that code of the function. Okay, you need not to write the code. You need to just call the function. All right, that is what known as a
Yes, sir.
reusability.
Reusability.
Okay, I think so. You got it. Basic types of the
Yes.
functions are there. There are two types of the functions that we do use in the C++. Okay, my dear. That are the built-in functions that is the or C++ library functions are there. And number two functions are the user-defined functions. Okay, C library functions are the functions that we do use in our programs. Most often, we do include the header files, and we do use the functions that are provided, facilitated by the uh, header files. All right. See, you will get understanding of that one. Okay, Mr. Daud Bhatti,
Yes,
can
sir.
you read what is written over there onto the screen?
Yes, sir. The standard C library is a collection of predefined functions and other programs elements which are accessed through header files.
Okay, standard C library is a collection of predefined functions. Okay, in the C library function, in the C library, there are written predefined functions. Okay, okay, that are known as the sub program or subroutines are there. Okay, and we can access those functions using by accessing the header files. Okay, and I will do talk about these functions and why do we use these functions over there, and which of the header file that we need to include in our program. Okay, first of all, over here, a function over here that is named as rand function. Rand means random function.
Yes,
Mr. Dalbati, if you need to, uh, or if you are asked to generate a random number, okay, from 1 to 10,
yes,
are you getting my dear? If you are
yes, sir.
required to generate a random number from 1 to 10, then you will use this function, rand function, all right? And
Yes, sir.
for using this function, a header file must be included in your program, and that header file is stdlib within Chrome.
LI.
Okay, my dear, and
Yes, sir.
you can do a number of your projects over there by using this random function. You can make up you can make a game over there. You can generate a function, you can generate a random number by using this random function from 1 to 10, and you can ask the any user to give input and guess what is the random number from 1 to 10, and you can set a try over there, that you can set maximum tries, say 5 tries might be there enough, or 5 or 6, and you
Yes,
can
sir.
tell the user that he or she has guessed or not. And if the user has guessed the number, random number, um, and then you will provide an information how many tries he or she has guessed, okay, the random number. Okay, you can do a number of projects. You can say, uh, you, you know, you can roll a dice by using this random function. You know, you can play a Ludo over there. Are you getting my dear?
Yes, sir.
This is
Yes,
what
sir.
is being used in the Ludo group. That is the random function. Okay, over there, another function that you can use over there, that is the time function over there. Okay, for using
Yes,
the
sir.
time function, and you need to include a header file name as what, time.
Time.
Okay, you can use this time function in a number of games over there. Okay, that you can set a time over there for rolling a dice over there, or you can set a time for a try over there. You can say your one try has been expired, your the time for the second try is there. All right, you can set a
Yes, sir.
time of for the input. All right, my dear,
Yes,
you
sir.
can it can be used to make a number of games over there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, did you get? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Daulbati, do read the common mathematical.
The common mathematical functions are defined in the math header file.
Okay, now I am going to tell you about the square root function. That is a predefined function written in the standard C library function. Okay, to use the square root of any number, okay, to compute the square root of any number, Okay, we need to include a header file named as math.h, or simple, we do write within curly brackets math. All right.
Yes, sir.
Square root function
Yes,
is sqrt. Okay, the braces. Okay, small brackets. Okay, this
yes,
sqrt function returns a value over there. All right, and then
yes, sir.
for this function, what to be discussed over here, it requires an
Requires an
argument. It requires an input over there. Say, Mr. Daulbadi, do you
yes, sir.
know about a square root? What is meant by a
Yes,
square
sir.
root? Do you know? Okay.
Yes,
If
sir.
I do ask you, what is the square root of 9?
3.
Okay, your answer is correct, my dear. Mr. Daulbadi, over
Yes, sir.
here, I did ask you to compute the square root of a number that is 9. The result is of that square root of the 9 is 3. And you answered me correct one. Okay. SQRT function requires an input over there. And how you will use this function, SQRT function, I'm going to tell you right now. For over here, Mr. Daulbati, an example is here. My dear, in an example over here, Mr. Daulbati, over here,
Yes, sir.
I have declared a number of variables here. I have
Yes, sir.
declared the variables with the data type float. That
Yes,
are
sir.
the variables are P, S, SQ, S2, S3, and
And
N
infinity.
variable is initialized at the time of the declaration with a data value
Yes,
of
sir.
81, and the variable angle is also initialized with the data value of 30, and x is also has been
Initialized.
initialized with the data value of 90, and we have declared another variable e as
Variable.
well over there. All right. Okay, my dear.
Yes, sir.
Now I am going to tell you how you will use uh, the SQRT function in your programs. My dear
Yes, sir.
student, what is written? S equals,
SQRT into braces 9
okay, whenever you,
semicolon.
one thing is there, SQRT function will return a value. Okay, it will
Yes,
compute
sir.
the square root and it will return the uh, that
Value.
value of the square root. All right, and whatever the argument you wanna give, that you can specify within the braces over there. All right, you can
Yes, sir.
specify either data value directly, or you can specify a variable in the within the scale within the braces. Okay, an example before you, s equals sqrt within the braces we have provided specified 9. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Daulbati,
Yes, sir.
sqrt within the braces 9, what it will be computed, it will
Sir,
compute, and what it will
sir,
be, what it, what this function will return.
sir, 3.
Okay, sqrt within the braces we have written 9, it will return 3. Okay, that 3 will be stored in which variable?
Sir, S.
Okay, your answer is correct, my dear. Okay, my dear. Now I need to go ahead swiftly over there to finish our job in the first session. Mr. Daulbati, do read the expression over here. Statement. SQ,
SQ equal SQ equal SQRT into braces N semicolon.
as I have mentioned earlier on, You can specify either a data value within the braces, or you can specify a variable over there.
Variable.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Over here, if you see in the expression SQ equals square root within the braces n, what is the data value of n is there?
Sir, 81.
Okay, SQRT within the braces n, what it will return?
9.
Okay, the 9 will be stored in which variable?
SQ.
Okay, if you are asked about the cout SQ, what its output will be? Okay, 9 will be there, all right?
Yes.
Now, S2, do read.
S2 equals sign into basis 2 cross angle.
Mr. Dalbati, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am here.
Okay, over there S2 equals sine within the braces 2 multiplied by angle. Angle means theta.
Yes. Theta.
What is the data value of the angle is there?
Yes, sir.
What is the data value of the angle is there?
Sir, 30.
30. If you multiply the 30 by 2, what it will become?
Yes, sir. 60.
Okay, sine. It will compute the sine of 60. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Getting my dear? And
Yes, sir.
it will be stored in which variable?
S2.
All right. Now, in the S3, what will be done? 2 sine theta, cos theta. You have studied earlier on. Okay. And what
Yes,
is
sir.
what is the initial value of x is there?
90.
Okay. Sine of 90 will be computed, and cos of 90 will be computed. All right.
Yes, sir.
And all of
Yes.
these computed values will be multiplied by each other, and then will be multiplied by the 2. All right.
Yes,
Then
sir.
the
Yes.
product of these values will be stored in the S3. All right. Now,
Yes, sir. S2 variable.
do you wanna explore this E? E equals
E equals SQRT into basis 1 plus 2 into SQRT, then into 3 plus 4 multiply SQRT into 5 semicolon.
5. If you do have a look at the right bottom corner, E equals the whole under root is there.
Yes, sir.
Whole under root is there. 1 plus 2 into under root, 3 plus 4 into 5 under root. It is there.
Yes, sir.
And we
Yes.
have transformed this expression into the C++ statement over there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For the whole under root, we have called a function square root, SQRT. Okay. If you
Yes,
have
sir.
to look at that statement where the pointer is there. All right.
Yes, sir.
E equal SQRT within the braces 1 plus, if you do have a look, 2 multiply by, then a square root function will be called over there, and 3
Yes, sir.
plus 4 multiply by 5 under root means you will call a square root function,
Square.
and
Yes,
you
sir.
will put the argument 5 over there. Did you get this one, my dear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my dear. Now, over here, a list of the C library functions are there. You can use, okay, in your program.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now types of the functions in C++ based on return type of the function. Value returning functions. Value returning functions are there, and the value returning
sir.
functions are the functions that returns a single data value. All right.
Yes, sir.
For example,
Okay, sir.
if you use a square root function, it will return you a single value.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
If you use a power function, okay, it will return you a single value. Are you getting, my dear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
And there are two types of the functions are there based on return type. See, all right. Number two is
Yes.
non-value returning functions that are known as void functions. And the void
Yes.
functions are the functions uh, those will give you more than one data value. Okay.
Yes.
A value returning functions will return you a single data value, whereas the void functions will give you more than one data values. Okay.